Welcome to episode 204 of the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. This is your host, Mason. On the move tonight, we got Hayes Holla.
Yeah. It's
A
just
little
Dolo,
earlier?
probably.
Yeah. Just
Probably so.
Dolo? Is that how you say that? Dolo?
No. Oh yeah, it is Dolo. Hey, is this this is AI?
Yeah.
What did you plug in to make this?
So I typed in it already has like a bunch of our covers in its history. So I just typed in do an episode 204. And I can't remember, at first I said to put a shoe on there. Oh, the Seoul Korea threes is what I put on there first, and then I said no, take that back. Put real tree camo on it, and
Nice.
it put this on it. So it had
Right.
real tree camo misspelled under the 204, so I just took that out. And yeah,
The shoe down here that had the toe box left off, I was like, that's AI.
yeah,
They botched
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like a really fat lady who, has 3 nipples or something. You know how AI does when sometimes it's just says the things all up.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, listen, I told you this like 10 seconds ago. These cats are in heat big time. They are nuttier than a box of something. I mean, It's going to be a wild night with the cats. I'm just saying.
Wild night with the cats. We've already had plenty of wildness come up. Hayes is somehow made it to the podcast. I don't know how. I'm not envious of your situation right now. I don't know how much you want to share.
Okay.
But
no.
Adversity.
It's going to be adversity, and it's just life, man. And unfortunately, life the last year has been extremely hectic. And when you have, it turns out the downside when you have aging people in your family that have lived a long time, it turns out like they all start to deteriorate at the same time.
Yeah,
because everybody's about the same age, and that's just how it goes. But anyway, stuff. Listen, but I've got something else to say. This is even Mason. I haven't even told you this, so this is why I wanted to save it.
Okay.
So last Friday. Whoa! Follow all the stuff, the algorithm.
Yeah.
Do all the stuff. You know what to do. Okay. So last Friday, wait, it starts before that. In October, I went to a doctor's appointment and with my primary care, and the doctor said, okay, you're 44, you're going to be 45 next year. I want you to commit to me to going to the dentist. Have we talked about this?
I know you went to the dentist.
Okay.
You went to the one behind my house.
Yep. So that was number one, which I did. That was it was the week of Christmas or right in there. I went to the dentist. That was the first time I've been to the dentist in like 10 years.
Hey, me too. I went to the dentist last year as well. Go us. Adulting.
Sweet.
Anyway,
so
go ahead.
So the other thing she says is, and I want you to go and schedule a appointment with the dermatologist because I'm concerned about this spot on your face right here.
Okay. Yeah.
So I go in finally. It took me 3 months to get in. Last Friday, I go in. She does this scan and says, well, you have skin cancer. And there's 3 spots. Right here, and right here. So they have
just
to get
on your face, nowhere else.
Just on my face. Well, so far. So in April, they're going to have to scan. Anyway, so she gets out this blowtorch looking thing, but it makes it. It's like negative 200 degrees. It's like liquid nitrogen or something.
Yeah.
And she has to freeze these cancer spots. This is the best it's looked. It looked like someone had taken a cigar and like put it out on my face. So I've been rocking Band-Aids all week. And I was like, it's the podcast. I don't give a crap. Here's my cancer. So that's what that is. 1, 2. This one looks really good. over here.
Yeah, I can't see that one over there.
Yeah, it's healed up nicely. Nonetheless, it's just been a weird time, and I
Yeah, I've
just
got to go do
don't know
that.
what else to say.
I've got about more moles than you can count on my back.
Hmm.
They're like moles or freckles, but a lot of them are moles probably.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even think mine was just like a spot. It was like
Spot. Yeah.
just a spot. It wasn't even a freckle. This one was the main one. Like it was black the day after. So it
Yeah.
looked really bad. It looks a lot better, but things
Yeah.
like when you get old that you don't think about or expect, it's genetic. And my granddad, who's still in the hospital, has had that. My dad might have had one or two.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's not like I go to chemo, but it's things it could be get out of hand if I didn't handle it.
Okay.
Um,
Follow
nonetheless,
up question. I wish you would have told me that before, but I'm
sorry.
glad you're okay. Um, your dentist appointment after 10 years. Any cavities?
So we haven't talked about this.
I don't know
So
if we might have on the podcast. I'm not
did
entirely
we?
sure.
Okay. So I go into the dentist worried as heck, and I'm like the lady who I walk in, I'm like, hey, I'm that guy who hasn't gone to the dentist
The
in 10
same thing.
years. I hate the dentist. I'm scared to death. Last time I go to the dentist, I got like 12 cavities, and I hadn't gone to the dentist in 10 years. So I'm like expecting this
Right.
horrible. So she goes in, takes the x-rays. I sit down, and the doctor walks in and says, well, Mr. Holland, you are that genetic freak who you just have good teeth. You don't have a cavity. There's not a nothing. And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, you just got really good genetics. And she says, do you know your whole left side of your mouth is all capped? And I was like, yes, that's why I stopped going to the dentist. Because the last time I went, they did like 12 cavities on all my teeth. And I was like, I never had a cavity in my entire life. And they did all this stuff over here. And I was like, it hurt. And it was almost like my jaw was hurting afterwards.
Yeah.
And she said, well, don't take this for whatever it's worth, but I think you had a bad dentist because it doesn't make any sense that you would have 12 cavities and 0 after 10 years. That doesn't make any sense. So a lot of these dentists are kind of crooked, and you don't have a spot on your teeth. She was like, what is your regimen? And I was like, brush my teeth every morning and before I go to bed, and I don't know, once every 2 months I floss.
Yeah,
that was it.
I had the same experience. I hadn't gone in 10 years, and I don't know if their machine's broken since we go to the same office, but they were like,
what it is.
because so last time I went, I was in college, and they were like, oh, you've got two
wow.
teeth that are like sticky spots, which means like a cavity's on the way.
Yeah.
And I hadn't been, so I'm like, if like cavities just don't go away.
Mm-hmm.
So I show up and like, I know for sure I got two, like
Yeah.
2 probably rotted. And they're like, no, you're good. Like nothing.
Same thing. Maybe. Yeah. Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'll be honest, like Elliot had a few places that they were like, okay, well, these could turn into cavities, like, and they didn't, like after like a year, they still haven't turned into cavities, but we've been flossing his teeth. He's 4 years old. I have without a doubt flossed more times in his mouth than my own.
Oh, no doubt.
Out of 30 years versus his 4. Because we do it every night. But yeah, like the amount of times I've flossed my teeth in the past 10 years is less than 20.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
And it's only when I feel something stuck
every now
where
and
I'm
then.
like,
right. Yeah,
I was like, crap, there's something way back here. Okay, if I'm getting this one way back here, I might as well floss. And that's when I'll floss.
Yes.
And it's once every few months, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I had heard on something, and not at the dentist's office, but somebody else was saying that don't use the floss picks.
Mm.
You have to like actually use floss. And I was like, well, I'm not ever gonna do that. So
Me either.
you got to get what you can. But
Yeah,
if you're telling me not to use the
I'm
floss
going
picks,
with the most less effort possible, which is the floss picks.
yeah, absolutely.
That's
Okay, well,
hilarious. Jinx. We got
I
either a
know.
really good dentist and had some really crappy ones, or maybe we're just both genetic freaks,
Or their machine's broken.
or the machine's broken.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
they pulled my second. They pulled my whole mouth up there, and you could see the
Yeah,
cap over here, and then
yeah,
somebody be
that's how
the
mine was too.
machine,
Yeah.
right? Anyway,
Anyways, yeah, as
I
Hayes said
dodged the
earlier.
cavities, couldn't dodge the cancer. You know,
Well,
bad. Look, I know this is too. Sometimes you got to make a joke because you just do. So I have this part of my finger that's cut off,
yeah.
and one of my really good friends, one of our good friends, Josh, he works for free shout out, the American Blade Runners. They
Mhm.
help give legs to people that have had an amputation for whatever reason, accident or otherwise. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm an amputee too, because I had this part of my finger cut off. In the same way, there's a couple times this week where I thought, what if I walked into work with like a pink ribbon? Like, it's so terrible. So terrible. But that'd be funny. It's almost like a Michael Scott gag. It's
Right.
like, well, I'm a cancer survivor. I had 3 cancerous spots that they had to freeze off my face.
Do you want to like fill out an application to design a Dornbecker?
Maybe I should. That's so terrible. It is true and funny. I actually did have skin cancer. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, do I wear the pink ribbon? Do I?
Well, the pink one is for breast cancer. You need to find what the color is for skin cancer. I'll look that up for you before the pod's over, so we can get you a ribbon.
All right, let's move on. There you go.
All right, let's move on. Hold on. Actually, don't move on. The color for skin cancer awareness
It's Carolina blue.
Oh, man.
Well, that makes sense because the spot was really black.
So it's either black or I guess some people do orange. There's like an orange one for
that'd be perfect for
melanoma and skin cancer awareness month.
Dude, if you get cancer, it's gotta be skin. Yeah. What's Carolina blue? What color is Carolina blue cancer?
You're gonna be disappointed.
I don't care. Just tell me.
Prostate.
Oh shoot. That's not what I want.
This is like the most canceled podcast if people actually listen to it. This is terrible. All right, we're moving on.
I don't know. Maybe is this being insensitive? Probably. All right, let's do this.
All right. Things Hayes hates. We already covered that. Cancer. Skin cancer and family members getting old.
And dentists.
Dentist. Yeah. There's not many people out there who like the dentist, I would venture to say. I think we're safe on that one. All right. Well, let's jump inside the box. We haven't played this in a while, so rest your ears.
What's inside the box?
That's my shoe in the box.
All right. First up, we've got a Concepts collab. And I don't remember this silhouette. I don't know if they made it up, but it's a Sean Wotherspoon-esque. A Concepts Nike Air Max 193. So it's the Air Max 1 with the 93 sole. In 2 like galaxy kind of colorways, like all black with some paint splatter. And an orange air bubble insole and a green air bubble insole. Hayes, are you up or down on the Concepts collab here?
Do you know, is this 2 different shoes or is this a mismatch thing?
I think it's 2 different shoes. I'm not positive now that you said that, though. I'm fairly certain, but anyways.
I'm down because I'm not a total black shoe guy. It's very rare that I'm all black. But that's why I'm down. They're not ugly. I kind of like the 93 Soul. I like the
Yeah.
93 Air Max.
Yeah,
In
me too.
fact, I think it's a slept on Air Max. So it's not bad. I'm just not going to wear it because there's so much black.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I probably would say I like the 93, just the regular 93 better than this one.
Yeah.
I guess it's just full
Agreed.
space theme because look how long the swoosh is on the toe box. You see, it goes like
Yeah,
the
but
full
it's
length.
supposed to be. So I'm sure it's supposed to be like a shooting star, right? That's
Yeah.
the concept. Is like Haley's Comet or something.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but it's still weird looking. Like, if you
I mean,
actually think that is the swoosh.
if you were, these would be cool to wear if you were on the way to a roller skating rink. That'd be cool. And I don't know another place you'd wear them.
Yeah, like you said, all black is real tough.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I found a guy at work, and I'm gonna invite him
Who
on
has
the
these?
podcast. But no, he doesn't have
Okay.
these.
I was just-
He's a big fan of the black cats
oh,
that we've said on here. We don't understand the hype, but
Hmm.
he has the original, the OGs from like 04, 03.
Okay.
And he got them when they came out this year. So
do you what?
he's been on a shopping spree lately. We stopped buying shoes and he started, and he's on one. But yeah,
There's
so.
only like if I thought about it, there's only maybe 3 pairs of shoes that I wear that are predominantly black: Shadows,
Mm,
Bread 4s, Black Cement 3s. And I
Yeah.
don't think that no, and then the Fear of God Air Raids.
yeah,
Like those are the
Okay.
3 black shoes I have, and everything else is not black or predominantly black.
right. I'd say that's pretty close to mine. I have the metallic 5s that we've talked about, but those are kind of out of the rotation and probably going to be sold very soon. So yeah, I'm with you. Predominantly black. I even have trouble wearing the black 4s.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a really dark shoe. So
Well,
yeah,
the thing
anyways.
about the reimagined those, have you seen those on foot?
The bread ones, not on foot. I almost bought some this past week.
Glorious.
Yeah,
Because the leather.
Yeah.
See, like the ones I have from whatever 2012 are still suede. And man, the suede just gets all whatever. Dusty, and the leather just looks so good, especially when you wear them and they age. And I would trade mine for the reimagined in 2 seconds. If you're
Wow.
out there listening and you want to trade, I will trade my breads for yours if you got a 12.
Wow. All right. Okay then. Let's keep on moving for the news. Joe Freshgoods New Balance 992 aged well is the colorway. It's releasing this year. Hayes, sounds like you like.
Yeah, I do like these if the N was a different color. I'd really like them if the N was a different color. It's too much of that same color right there in the middle. Great idea, but that ruins it.
It
It's
kinda
I know
hides
it's a
the
small
N.
thing,
Kind of hides the end,
which
and I
you
think
kind of
that's a
like
good
it.
thing. Right.
Oh, see, I would need that to be a brown, and then I'd be really high on these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I actually really like this shoe. It's probably
this
too expensive.
Is this the Action Bronson that we saw last week? Same model?
I don't think so. It's similar, very
Okay.
similar. I don't.
I
think
like
it's
how
the same
they
one.
use the color blocking and kind of broke up the sole. That's
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, but it's
It's a really
not
solid.
like
This is
out
solid.
there.
Yeah. This is a good
Yeah.
effort. This is a dope one.
The The Action Bronson last week was a 990 V6.
Okay.
Pretty similar, a little different profile. I think these are a little higher cut
Okay.
too. So, yeah. So, I mean, at what price would Hayes Holland buy these?
149.
140. I think you're probably going to be priced out.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are, but I'm fairly
300?
certain these are in the 240 range. I would say.
Wow.
Not
Yeah.
entirely
It's
sure,
not
but
that much.
they got nice.
Now, if they had a
premium
brown
leather.
in, and I'm in. I'm in the 250.
Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. Next up, Adidas Harden Volume 9. We had some Harden news. Not really news, but him saying comments about his shoes being the greatest shoes out right now for off and on court.
Oh, wow.
I'm curious of what other people think about that, but I want to know, do you like this better than the regular Volume 9 Harden, or which one you
I
like
don't
more?
like the regular Volume 9, and I definitely don't like this. This is but I wasn't a big liker of the Anthony Edwards shoe. I'm still not. And this has got a hints of foamposite, hints
Yep.
of, if we're somming it right, there's a lot of som here. A lot of things of that era, flight posit,
Yeah.
foams. I'm not a fan of these.
Yeah. I think they even look like a little bit of the newest Luca that's out around the toe box area. But yeah, I will give it to Adidas. I feel like Nike has been trying to come up with something that's posit-esque, but in a sleek, modern touch, and this is it. And so Adidas beat them. I don't think this is a good looking shoe, but at the same time, I don't hate it for I don't know who's wearing it other than James Harden is the problem.
I'm not a hater. I would say I'm not a hater of it, but I'm definitely not a buyer. This is not, much less off court. Who the heck thinks this is cool walking around the mall?
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
This is just purely a basketball shoe.
Yeah.
And it was probably a good basketball shoe, I suspect.
Maybe.
No? I mean, I'm not a big Adidas basketball guy, but
right. A lot of people had big problems with the Edwards ones, in the materials and stuff that they used on the shoe, and I would assume this is very similar to that. It looks very similar. It has the same sole. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure performance wise, but yeah, Adidas basketball's tough anyways. So
they always look big and chunky. Like
they do always. Even the Trae Youngs that were like real low cut looking still look chunky.
They all have that thick. I don't know what else you call it.
They're all thick, yeah. All right, next up. Oh,
and I sent these.
You had to send these in. Yep.
And look, obviously a homer pick, but these are just filthy sick.
Podcast listeners, we are looking at the Air Jordan 4, the newest UNC PE. It's a lot lighter wash
very
than
light.
Normal UNC blue. It looks like if you're thinking, I'll saw them real quick. If you're thinking of the 4s that Ama Manier did with a dark grape jelly, what was that? Dark chocolate jelly, and then the bleached version. This is your bleached version of a normal UNC PE, and it's got a lot of gold accents. So it is a really, really pretty shoe. So
I mean, I'd wear this. There's very few times I can see the Carolina stuff. I'm like, you know what? I'd rock these for sure.
Yeah,
did you see? I don't think this is like hot off the press. I don't know if I sent this to you or not. Did you see the Houston Cougars one of this?
No.
See it? It's
look it
black,
up.
but it's the same shoe. Obviously, it's for. It's surprising because it's all black. You think Houston Cougars, you think red, white.
Mhm.
So I don't know why they were all black, but they're tough too. Looks like that aged look where it gets a little bit lighter, but they're dope, super dope. Not as dope as these. I mean, go heels.
Oh, yeah,
Give
there's a
us
lot
some
of different
weight.
materials on that Houston one too.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It
that's
kind of
really
reminds me of something that shoe does. It reminds me of
Yeah.
something.
The toe, like the toe cap looks very similar to the Bike 4s, the Nigel
Hmm.
Sylvester that come out this year. But that's
What do
really
you think
good.
about the white laces on there?
Um,
Not a fan of the white laces. Feels like
yeah,
they should be black.
but I guess it matches the sole, so it kind of makes sense. The Florida one, I just hate Florida. But I don't think the royal blue,
There
like
it goes. I mean, we've
different
already gone
shades of
over
royal
what a
blue.
whore I am for this shoe, but go ahead.
Yeah. But the royal blues, like different shades of royal blue, do not look good to me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I still am so confused why Florida is a Jordan school. That just doesn't make sense to me. Most of the others I get. I just
Michigan makes sense. How does Michigan make sense?
like you've got at least like Fab Five flavors in there. Jordan, like I don't know. I just don't think of Florida as like maybe I just see like all their best teams wearing Nike. Like Tebow, you don't think of Jordan. You think like Woodson. I feel like you think you could draw lines
Oh
of
yeah.
Woodson and Jordan. But like you think any football athlete, like you don't think Jordan at Florida. To be honest, you only think of white football players that went to Florida. I mean, except for
Right.
Aaron Hernandez and Percy
Yeah.
Harvin.
Aaron Hernandez. Come on, man. What about Eric
Uh,
Durrett? Remember him? You're too old
no,
for
I
that.
don't.
What about
Yeah.
Ike Hilliard? What about him?
I know who Ike Hilliard is. Yeah,
What about Jabbar Gaffney?
I know who that is.
What about Rashay Caldwell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
there's a
naming
lot of not white ones.
Patriots guys. Well, okay, I wouldn't say those are like
You
the
just said
guys you
white
think of.
football players at Florida, and there's a ton more.
All their quarterbacks are white, except for
No.
their current one.
No, Chris Lee, black.
That's fair.
Man,
Okay,
I'm
I'll eat
really
my words.
up to date on my.
You are,
that's
but
old.
also, do you think of when I name their basketball players that were historically great? You don't think of Jordan athletes either. Joakim Noah, Al Horford, Corey Brewer, that team. Nobody on there. Maybe no. I don't even know. Torian
Chandler
Green,
Parsons.
like Chandler Parsons.
Hmm.
You've got to admit, they have a lot more white athletes than most colleges that
I
are
think that's
good.
a bold statement.
It is. It might be. I mean, they're not like Wisconsin and Iowa. Don't get me wrong, but
Wow, what a
just
statement.
saying. Yeah.
What about Utah or BYU?
Yeah. BYU is in Utah. They got Samoans out there,
Well, that's true.
not the Girl Scout cookie. All right. Next up. Oh, here we go. Supreme Nike Dunks with the 94 on the heel.
Mm.
Hayes, which colorway here is your favorite? We've got 5 to choose from. We've got I'm going to give them Jordan colorway names, or I don't know. The Pure Money up at the top. You got a bread colorway. You've got a Wu-Tang colorway. You've got a Sacramento Kings colorway. That's a rough stretch. Maybe Run the Jewels. Is that the ones that were purple? And then you've got a UNC black colorway. I don't know
No,
what
we're
that's
not
called.
calling it that. That's like the Carolina Panthers colorway. It's not. We don't.
Okay.
That one is close to being super dope, and then they put black instead of white, and then they screwed it up. And
Yeah.
so, in my opinion, here, the white ones are the only buyers. All the rest of them are trash.
Okay.
I mean, we just dogged black shoes for like 10 minutes.
yeah,
I'm not going on. And then the purple ones, like with the gray, is not good. I'm not a
I
big
like the
yellow
purple.
guy. Really?
I like the purple. Yeah.
And then the black with the Carolina, just the black throws it all off.
Yeah. I think the best ones to look at to me are the bread ones, the all black with the red collar. But I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
never could wear them. Never.
Yeah.
The white ones look like a 550.
Okay.
Yeah, the purple ones I think are my favorite. I don't hate the yellow ones either. The black
Yeah,
does
but how
not look
often do you
right
wear?
on the Panthers ones.
How often do you wear yellow? Not. I
I
never
don't
wear
know if I
yellow.
have yellow or purple.
Yeah,
I do.
I got a lot
I
of
could
purple.
I don't have a lot of purple. I could wear the yellow ones, maybe right color for the Preds with Preds apparel. That's about it.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't see myself putting those yellow ones on. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest. I can't see myself putting any of these on, if we're being really honest. Now, they really should have made that blue color. They should have copied a Houston Oilers colorway, like the Travis Scott 4s.
Mhm.
That would have been so dope on a
Yeah.
dunk.
These had a ton of potential, and then
Yeah.
they messed it up by making that black. I mean, how
They're
hard is
very
that?
yeah. They messed all these up. I think that one they messed up I mean, that blue looks so pretty, and they really screwed it up.
They did.
The
They were
rest
so
of them,
close to a classic, and
the rest of them do look very skater though.
Mhm.
The purple, the yellows, the black and white, they very, very skater shoes.
Yeah.
So hey, they got my birth year on them too. So maybe I'll reach for
Oh
one.
my goodness, I forgot
Maybe
that
I'll
was your birthday.
catch them on
94.
eBay about, I don't know. These
Wow.
probably go for under $94.
Maybe that's what they're going to sell them for.
Maybe they should.
If they're $94, are you buying just so they can have your birth year on them? No.
No.
I buy them for 90. I buy the blue ones for $94.
I still think dunks kind of look weird on me. I might try to go back to them and just test it out. But anyways, next up, New Balance. I sent question for the whole pod, but nobody responded to me in our group. Anyways, these are the New Balance 1906W Ice Wine. There's a bunch of iterations of the 1906 that we've been seeing lately. We've seen the 1906L for loafers. There's a 1906R. There's a 1906M, maybe. I don't remember if that's right. And this is the 1906W. I don't know if that's a women's or if it's web because it's very web-like on this shoe. Hayes, what are your thoughts on this? This is the first 1906W we've ever talked about. I don't know if it's the first one ever, but
So if I'm somming, do you remember the Jordan? Is it the 23? The 20 that's got the X patterns all over it? It kind of reminds me of that. Crap, can't remember which one it is. It's a slept on Jordan model, but those diamonds remind me of that. I like the color. The shoe's horrible. This is a dumb. I don't like all the diamonds. I don't like the wings coming off the back towards the collar. That looks like LaMelo Ball. This is horrible. But this model, we've talked about. It looks so plasticky with this thing, this little thing on the toe box. And then once you come back to the shocks or whatever, I hate that look on this. I don't like this model generally of New Balance. I'll say that.
Yeah. I can't remember if this was Landon's favorite.
Oh, really?
Not his favorite, but I think he talked about the 1906. Yeah, I don't like the model at all. But my question to the group was, I love the colorway name. Ice Wine is like,
that's a dope name. Yeah,
it's and it makes sense. Like ice wine, you would think of like a lighter wine color,
Mhm.
like a pink.
Like
And
a red with some water in it.
exactly.
It
And
makes
I
total
think
sense.
it's a beautiful colorway name. The shoe is not representative of
I
this, but
also like
this
the
is like
color.
a
I think I said that. I don't like it on this shoe, or at least the way it is.
yeah. It, is this a ripoff of I think Jordan Brand has a guava ice
Mm. Which is
that's
nothing like guava ice. It doesn't even remotely look that
no,
way.
no, no.
No.
Um,
What do you think about this in? It looks different than most.
yeah, it's like a fabric. They have like reflective, like I don't know. It looks like
It's also
ropes
has
almost.
layers. It's almost like
Yeah,
a visual.
the N reminds me of Chacos. Like it looks like it's
Mm,
raised like on the two parts on the outside of the N, and it would go underneath for the middle. Like you know how you have to pull
mhm.
Chacos to get the rope through. Um, yeah, the Jordan that you were talking about was the 23, by the way.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, what are some other non-traditional colorway names? Like obviously the Royal is an easy one, but that's way too traditional, and bread is traditional. I really like ice wine. That
Mm.
might be we talked about worst colorway names a few weeks ago
Mm.
with the street meat colorway. Um, Probably the all-time worst. I don't know what the best. I feel
No,
like
wait. The chode was the worst.
that's the shoe name though.
Well,
The
that's close enough.
street meat
Close
was
enough.
the colorway name. And I mean street meat is by far the worst colorway name you could ever think of. Like
Oh man.
anyways, ice wine
I mean,
is a really
dude, I could come up with a lot of really bad ones in about
yeah,
20 seconds. I could rattle off a whole lot of them.
yeah. Um I know you could. I want to know the good ones though. I really think and this might be it's not a color, which is why I like it, but the shadow, like
Mhm.
that is a really dope colorway name. And it makes sense when you see the shoe, you're like, that looks right. That looks
I've
like what a
always
shadow.
I was always liked the Jordan, specifically low 17 Lightning. That's a good
Mm,
one.
yeah.
I like that one. Do you remember the Jordan 6 cigar? There was
Yes.
it was a
A
pack. It was
pack,
like
the champagne and cigar pack.
champagne. Like that's a cool name, colorway
Especially
wise.
for Jordan. I mean,
Yeah.
cigar, Jordan, that's synonymous. Yeah, that's a good one. Um, Trying to think of other ones. Trying to think of like colors that Nike has made. Did Nike create? They created Volt, right? As like the neon
I
yellow,
guess maybe.
like Volt colorway. That's kind of cool. Sounds like a lightning bolt or voltage. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but um, cool colorway as well. So yeah, I don't know. Ice wine. That's a new color that we need an ice wine crayon.
Mm.
That feels like the next
It's
step.
just pink,
What's your it's a little lighter than pink, buddy. Come on now.
light pink.
What's your favorite crayon color name or color? Crayola, please. Not that off-brand stuff.
Nude. I don't know. What kind of question is that?
You didn't have a favorite crayon growing up? Did they have crayons when you were in school? I mean,
Oh my gosh. What kind of stupid comment is that? I always liked the green crayon.
just green?
I
Okay.
liked green. Who doesn't like red?
Did you have more than 8 colors in your pack?
Shut up. Who didn't like violet? That was a cool one. It's like not quite
Scar
blue, kind of like
Scarlet was one of my favorites. Like a
scarlet.
bright red.
Hmm.
That's a really good one. I always like the
The
boldness.
white one was always pointless. Like who?
Yeah,
What was there a white one?
Yeah, that one was stupid.
Yeah.
That was the one that you tried. If you got the big 300 count, you
Mhm.
just tried to sharpen the white one as sharp as it could go, because what was the point otherwise?
Yeah.
I thought I always liked using red orange, or is it orange red? I'm not sure. I feel like it's red orange. But yeah. Anyway, sorry, I cut off on a tangent there. I felt like I was really interested in that.
Yeah, you were. Felt like it.
Crayola, sponsor us. All right. Oh, here's our favorite segment. Let's see if anything's behind this tab, because I don't remember. Sneaker profiling. This is the segment where Hayes gets a picture of a pair of sneakers. I think we have 3 this week. And he's not going to really describe the sneaker itself, but he's going to describe, if you're out in the wild and you saw this on a person, he's going to describe that person. So sneaker profiling, here we go. First one, camo, Realtree camo Jordan 3s. Who wears this?
First of all, this person thinks they're really, really cool. Like, they are cool. They go to the mall. They might have a pair of Jordans, and it's probably a Jordan 1 mid. And they're like, oh man, whoa, wait a second. Are those $89.99? I'm getting those. It's $89.99. And they grab them after on sale after a week, and they're sitting on the shelf. They might even buy them either way too big or just a half size too small. They go out to their car. They're definitely in a truck. It's probably a Raptor or a Dodge Ram. They've got lights. Listen, they've got the lights. They've got the lights on the tires at night. They are playing a mix of, like, it'll occasionally pump on some like Lil Baby, but then you'll get like a Mexican music, like a like you'll get both. They've got the Fear sticker on the back of their truck with the eyes that are like, and it's like the peeing kid who's peeing on Ford. They've got that. They might have jorts. They probably have on jorts
with Jordans. Wow, that's a tough Jordans look.
And they're either gonna work in IT, and they think they're like the cool guy in IT, or the more extroverted social IT worker, or they're gonna be in construction.
Okay.
They're probably Catholic. Like, I can see like a Catholic tattoo. They've got like Mother Mary tatted. They wear a wife beater that's white, and they're a little bit overweight, like 40 to 50 pounds overweight.
All right. Okay. So now that you know who wears this shoe, Hayes, if you took all the camo out of this shoe and made it white, would you wear it?
Oh, 100. Yes. If it was just white, this would be amazing. Even better yet,
the view from the back, beautiful.
Listen,
beautiful.
If it was even like eggshell white, this would be beautiful. With tumble leather, right? Not the tumbled,
not the
pebbled leather.
This is canvas, which is another really weird thing for a Jordan.
That's like burlap, basically. It is.
All right. Well, next up, I do have a question about the sneaker profiling segment. When you are describing this person, are you thinking of somebody that you know in real life?
No. Sometimes, yes, but not in that one.
Okay. All right. Next up. Oh, I think we went. Yep. Here we go.
Lava ice.
Guava ice. Must have been in my brain from that. But the Air Jordan 1 Brooklyn Guava Ice. So the name of the shoe is Air Jordan 1 Brooklyn. So if you're thinking of an Air Jordan 1, it's about 1% Air Jordan 1 and 95%
Doc Martin.
Doc Martin. That's yes.
Yeah.
The other 4% is Balenciaga, maybe. So, anyways, I described the shoe best I could. Hayes, who is wearing this shoe?
Okay, it's a girl who works at Hot Topic or
Easy.
Spencer's Gifts.
Easy, yes.
Yeah. She wears these with a skirt oftentimes and a big hoodie, like an oversized hoodie on top. Okay. She is definitely in a Mustang or like a muscle car, but she's a girl and is like, girls can drive this too.
Can I say what music?
Yes.
Billie Eilish, 100%, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. She probably has an OnlyFans with like 2 followers.
Why did you say that?
Truth be told, I don't even know what that means, but I don't know. That's
anyways,
popped into my head. I'm profiling. She's really active on social and she posts Jordans occasionally, like every once in a while, and it's always like pinkish. Like she really likes the pink, but she thinks that's cool and different.
Her favorite crayon is Guava Ice, right?
She definitely has one of those really unattractive nose rings that goes like right here.
Oh yeah, like the bull.
The bull. Ugh, gross. In the summer, she wears a beanie. She definitely has a beanie on, even when it's not cold.
Yeah.
Glasses? Are you seeing glasses?
Yeah.
Maybe not even real glasses. It might just be like fake glasses because, yeah.
Yes, I would agree. It's probably fake glasses.
Yeah.
I did picture somebody as you were going through this. Yeah.
Wow. Somebody I know?
I know exactly who they are. Maybe I'll tell you after the pod.
Okay.
Anyways, next.
Do you think they listen to the podcast?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Well, then why don't you give me the initials?
I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Give them in reverse.
That's so stupid. All right, hold on. I got the comments on these. One of them is just the bottom one is just such a Hayes comment.
Oh, wow.
I don't even feel comfortable saying it, so you can just read it on
I'll
YouTube.
say it. Ew, I'll never understand the severe autistic fashion wave. That is not. That's not what I get with this shoe. This is not.
That's a little tacky, but okay.
That is not what I get. I don't get that vibe.
Okay.
I definitely get this person is either been accused or is currently stalking someone.
Oh boy.
And you know what? Well, this is the final comment. We'll move on. This person definitely might have had a skin cancer blemish and wears a pink tag. Definitely. Pink ribbon.
Okay.
Virtue signaling, so they'll feel sorry for
her. Okay. Oh, that's it for our sneaker profiling. So.
Oh man, that was fun.
Wow. Yes, that was very
such
fun.
a judgmental segment. Like it's the most judgy.
It is fantastic. All right. Did you know this was a thing? This is a segment that we bring back every now and then, but Hayes sent this in. And I don't think I remember this. Rare.
I didn't. That's why I sent it in.
Rare Transformer Nike shoes. It's in a Transformer box. And there's Bumblebee, there's Megatron,
Soundwave, Shockwave.
These aren't that old, right?
No, they are. This is the glove. This is like 98.
Oh, okay.
Probably something like that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was mixed up. They do have another Calvin Johnson iteration
Megatron.
of this
Yeah.
because
Okay.
he was Megatron. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking of. But yeah, here's the
Great.
three. These are the three different ones. You've got Soundwave, you've got Bumblebee,
Which
and
that
then
one's terrible. The Soundwave is horrible, especially with the straps.
yeah.
I'm probably not going to be wearing any of these. The Megatron one is the best of the three, I think.
Yeah, the
The
shoe
Bumblebee,
model
the
itself,
yellow, man. We just talked about I don't have any yellow. I'm not wearing those.
yeah, but those that yellow kind of pops. I don't know. The models of these shoes are kind of not great.
Trash. Absolutely. But the concept's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the concept is cool. That's not the glove though. That
Is that the Vince Carter shock? Remember that one
no,
that's got the shroud looking thing on
I
it?
don't think that's a shock.
Huh.
No, it looks like a Calvin Johnson shoe, but Zoom Flight Club is what the name of the shoe is. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. That feels like a 2002 shoe, right? Just from the looks of it.
Yeah, I this was news to me. I've never
Yeah.
seen these.
The packaging is so cool,
Oh
though.
man,
I
great
mean, that is awesome. That is really cool when they do that. All right. Yeah, shout out to Hayes for finding those this week. Very, very cool. All right, Hayes, here.
In my really extensive research, I was able to find those. All right, go ahead, Mason.
All right, Hayes, here's your moment to shine. This is an older player, one that you're not. I think he played at North Carolina before I was born.
Oh,
yeah, you do know him. Went to UNC. He went to Lake Braddock Secondary School in Burke, Virginia.
Okay, so if it's before you're born, it's going to be the Stackhouse era. So, but Jerry Stackhouse it wouldn't be because he went to Oak Hill Academy. Rasheed Wallace is from Philadelphia, so that's not Virginia. Donald Williams. Going back to George Lynch, no, I think he was from North Carolina. I don't think it was Virginia.
This guy was. It might help you to know he was drafted in the first round by the New York Knicks in 1992. that was pretty quick. I figured that would.
See, I thought he was from North Carolina. I forgot he was from Virginia.
Yeah. So there you go. There's old Hubie. Back in the day. Do you know who
taking
that
a
is?
lot of heat this week?
Yeah, he's been under pressure this week. So
yeah.
Who's number 21 there?
I don't know.
Oh, that is surprising.
I mean, this was 90. This is probably 91. Yeah, like Eric Montross was on that team. Joe Wolf. No, that was I don't know who that is.
That's wild. That is very surprising.
Well, some of my favorite jerseys of all time, though. This uniform set is just filthy.
Yeah, it is. It's just classic.
Yeah,
very, very good. All right. Well, that's all we had for this week. So, I know that we promised, and I'm sure people were disappointed to hear only us on the podcast, but we did promise that we had a guest on, and our guest has a bedtime that's fairly early. And so we've postponed, and we might give a special weekend episode for next week, maybe a Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon. Yeah. And we'll bring that to you next week. So hopefully we'll be able to lock that in. If not, we'll try to get another guest next week. Let's try.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So with that, Hayes, any parting words?
Stay strong out there. Fight. Don't give up. Whether it's in your life or your job or your marriage or whatever's going on, the Lord is with you. He will not give you anything more than what you can handle, and you can do it. You can get through it. keep going.
Amen. Landon, Dan, we missed you. Landon's emceeing a basketball game, maybe. I don't know. He was at a basketball game for his job. Anyways, we love you guys. We missed you. Next week, Hayes and I will have updates for last week. We talked about some more than sneakers moments from work. So we'll follow up on that next week and bring you all the news, or our next pod where we don't have a guest. We'll talk about that. So we love you all. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Yup.